Hi, I'm Emei. I'm an alt-pop singer-songwriter from New Jersey, and I'm super happy to be here, and thank you for having me.
Had a dream with a shave my head, top model makeover stage, heads up from the subconscious, new look still I got upset, got a doctor on the interweb, saying means I need a safety net, new faces leaving me on red, new cities getting to my head, calling them incompetent cause I might need control.
When I started, I was doing mostly like acoustic singer-songwriter stuff. Like I was inspired by Sarah Bareilles, Ingrid Michaelson, and that was the music that I first started writing. And then once I started working with a few producers, I realized that I really liked stuff that had like clang to it, if that makes sense. And it was more exciting to me, and I could pretend to be cooler than I actually am. And I feel like that was like a big part of like my music becoming what it is now. I think most of my writing, so what I do, I have a journal. I'm a journaling girl, you know. And whenever I'm feeling a certain way, I just write random things, like musings. And when I go into the studio, I normally pick up my journal and look for lines that kind of pique interest to me. And most of it happens to be about my life. Like sometimes it's random, but like most of the time it's like, I don't know, like there's no outlets in this coffee shop and it's pissing me off. And then I write a diss track about outlets. You know, like I don't know. That's kind of how it goes.
She wakes up right before her alarm goes off, takes herself on a daily walk, 70 degrees with a light breeze. Drinks coffee black and she leaves her phone at home, reading poetry on the coast. Finding inner peace, yeah, I'm trying to be that girl with the perfect hair, and that girl doesn't really care, and somehow everything goes right for that girl, wanna be that girl.
Yeah, I think I don't have to be in a certain mood. I think I jot it down when I'm in that mood, and then when I'm in the studio, I'm like, how am I feeling today? Do I feel ready to write this idea out, you know? Yeah, I love writing. Like most days I wake up and I'm like, I want to be writing. And it kind of just depends on what type of song I'm in the mood for. I think I tend to just get riled up when we start talking about it. So even if I'm like not in that mood when I walk in, I'm like, okay, today I want to write about this annoying situation with this guy. And even though I'm not annoyed anymore, by like bringing it up, I get annoyed. So it works out, you know?
Shouldn't have gone to college, should have been born a millionaire. Could have been writing songs instead of learning how to share. If I moved to LA sooner or had longer, blonder hair, maybe I wouldn't be scared. La la, la la, la la.
Yeah, so Regrets is my new single. I love it a lot because it's very different from the other songs that I've done. It has like a little more like rock elements, it's a little slower, it's a little sadder. The song itself is inspired by a journal entry as well, where I was like suffering through insomnia, not being able to sleep, and just writing out every single regret I have in my life. And the song kind of became that. It like started from that, and then it just like, we kept building and kept building, and it just became like a long rant of all the regrets I have in my life and how stupid they are. Because like most of it is like dumb things that you can't change. Like what's the point of regretting the fact that you didn't move to LA earlier, or the fact that you didn't start writing when you came out of the womb, or like, you know, like things like that. So yeah, I'm excited about the song. It's my last single before my debut EP comes out at the end of this month, which is exciting. So.
The ones I said goodbye to, the ones I gave my time to, the way I never listened, the way I should have tried to, ones I tried controlling, the ones who left me hopeless, the way that I'm afraid I made it all again. La 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 la.
Regrets is the last single. We had 2 other singles before Regrets that were all gonna be in the EP. The EP is a 6-track, so there's gonna be 2 new songs, and then the order of it just like makes everything cohesive. I think the track, it was just like what the song meant to be. I'm not sure if I'm going totally in that direction. I think that like I make music, like how I think of genre, at least in my head, is like I make music in this like tube. And like Regrets is on the side of the tube. You know what I mean? And there are more songs in the middle of the tube and there's songs on the other side of the tube. But I wouldn't say that Regrets is now the center. Yeah. So it's kind of like a little bit, I think that the song itself needed the rock elements, needed like the slow vibes, the sentimental vibes, and I don't know if other songs need it as well. Recently with this EP, I just decided that visuals were something that I really wanted to spend more time on and be a lot more intentional with. So yeah, with shoots, I planned them like 3 weeks ahead of time, a lot of stress. I'm like planning out mood boards. We had like a 5-page mood board for each like shoot that we had like for each single. But I do have awesome collaborators. I have Brooke Shapiro as my creative director, Ryan Lee Clements as my photographer, amazing makeup artist. Yeah, I don't know. I think that this time I was kind of like, I wanted to do more like monochromatic, colorful, retro-y vibes for the song. So yeah.
21 without a Grammy or degree. Too bad, that's sad. Maybe at 23, don't want, not care how people look at me, but I still feel late to the party. Scrolling to my feet on my bed right now.
If you just like took me and was like, what is Emily good at? Okay, I am good at music. I am good at things that you hear, you know what I mean? And so with visual stuff, it honestly doesn't come super natural to me. Like my parents are immigrants from China. Like our house in regards to like visuals, wow, I'm really gonna diss my parents right now. I was gonna say, but like, you know, like the dishes don't match and our curtains are hand-me-downs and the couch is also a random office couch and like things don't match, and I'd never really thought about like how I wanted to be perceived growing up, even like my fashion, et cetera, et cetera. So now like being an artist and thinking about what works with my songs, like I definitely have to put more effort in because it doesn't come super natural to me. But I also realize that it's an incredibly important part of like my artistry and what I want to like portray. Like the visuals just come as important as the music. So anyway, so it's a learning process. Oh yes, okay, so you can find me at its.emei, E-M-E-I, on all socials. So Instagram, TikTok, what else is there? Twitter, I don't know what else there is. all the things, but yeah.
Your hidden Tinder profile.
Like everything. Venmo, you know.
On eating more natural, should've known that my ex was an asshole. Could've cared more, but I should've cared less. Wouldn't have wasted time being upset. Wouldn't treat everyone like a project.
Hi, my name is Emei, and you've just been buzzed.